Deep within the mountains of North Africa, I'm looking for the origins of an ancient legend, an incredible story that begins with Moses and the Ten Commandments. It's about an object so sacred, it can only be viewed by the most pure Christians. It's so dangerous, it can destroy cities, spread plague, and burn people alive. Many have looked for the source of this legend. The Crusaders, the popes of Rome, the great kings of Europe, even Indiana Jones. And like them, my quest has brought me to Ethiopia. I'm looking for the keepers of the Lost Ark. My name is David Adams. I'm a photojournalist. And while I travel to many strange corners of the earth, I don't normally get a reception like this. Ethiopia is a landlocked nation in North Africa. Once a mountain kingdom, it remained isolated from the rest of the world for over 1,000 years. Ethiopia is the only African nation never to be colonized, thanks to warriors like these. They wiped out invaders with ferocious efficiency. And this is how they developed battle courage. It's the ancient sport of quacks. It's a form of jousting, and as you can see, the rules are simple. Get out of the way fast. The spears are real and very sharp.
That was incredible. Never been chased like that in a horse ever. It's no wonder that Ethiopia has never been really occupied with guys like that chasing the people out of here. Just fantastic. Oh.
But I come in peace. In fact, I come as a pilgrim. My journey starts in the Ethiopian highlands, where I'll shortly set out on a 200-mile pilgrimage. That's 320 kilometers. My journey will take me to some of the most sacred shrines in this ancient land. First stop is the town of Lalibela, where thousands of pilgrims are gathering for Christmas. Ethiopia is one of the world's oldest Christian nations, so I wear a white shawl to show respect, and I carry a pilgrim's staff for divine determination. My pilgrimage will take me through the 12 days of the Orthodox Christmas, ending with Timkat, the Ethiopian feast of the Epiphany. But none of this happens on any dates we use in the West. According to the local calendar, there are 13 months in a year. The 21st century is still years away, and sitting here under the midday sun, it's still 5 p.m. In other words, Western time here is irrelevant. And listening to this fire and brimstone preacher, so are some aspects of Western culture. No coffee, he shouts. No alcohol, no loud talk, excessive laughter or noisy parties. Otherwise, I will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Not exactly my idea of Christmas. So to help me on my pilgrimage and guide me through this fundamental Christian country, I need expert help. I find it in this humble Lalibela home. So all these people just come from the street, you invite them in?
Yeah, I invite them in my home.
That's lovely. And then everybody does that for Christmas? This
Sure.
is the custom?
Yeah, it's the custom, it's our culture, yeah.
This is Ishitu, his wife Ababa,
And then these people...
and her cousin Tete. Tomorrow we leave on a family pilgrimage to the ancient city of Gonda. And these people have come from how far away?
They came almost 7 days and 8 days from... They came from different parts of Ethiopia.
Thank you. This looks like it would
This is
feed
our
me for the day.
tradition, yeah. This is holy bread.
It's astonishing charity in a country so desperately poor.
January 7.
So out of respect, and despite the warnings of the fire and brimstone preacher, I try some of Ishitu's beer. Well, it looks like Australian beer. It's
How
not
do
bad.
you like it?
That's good. It's quite bitter. There's things floating in it.
Maybe we'll export to your country.
Somehow I don't think it'll work. Before I set off as a pilgrim, I must learn more about Ethiopian belief. And in Lalibela, you don't have to go far. Here, the church is a thriving institution. 1 in 5 Christian males is a deacon or a priest. This is a Christmas liturgy, conducted as it would have been 1,500 years ago. The chanting, the robes, the mysticism, all belong to the deep biblical past. While there's something that seems very African about this dance, it's actually one of the oldest liturgies in existence. It has its roots in the days when Christianity was a radical Jewish sect. And underlying it all is unswerving faith. They call Lalibela the New Jerusalem. There are 11 of these churches here, dating from the 12th century, and all of them are carved by hand out of solid rock. Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to buy some candles. Yeah. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. The churches are connected by a maze of tunnels. Over the centuries, they've been turned into catacombs. All around me are the bodies of long-dead monks, skin and bone preserved in the dry mountain air. The passages twist and turn into an elaborate underground labyrinth. All of it chopped out of stone by hammer and chisel. But how? Well, according to legend, the heavy work was done by saints and angels. When King Lalibela died, God ordered him back to earth to carve the churches. And St. George and the Archangel Gabriel lent him a hand. Well, that's what the faithful believe. Here in Ethiopia, faith is an obsession. This woman has travelled for days to be rechristened at the Church of St. George. And these hermit monks will spend the rest of their lives in holes, reading and rereading their Bibles, until they too join the catacombs of the dead.
Can you imagine it? They made this just with a hammer and chisel, and this is volcanic rock. If anything is an act of faith, this is.
But inside the church is the source of an even deeper religious obsession. The Ethiopians believe that somewhere, hidden behind these curtains, is an object handed to Moses by God. It's the Ark of the Covenant, the box that held the 10 Commandments. Now I must say, I'd always believed it was destroyed when the Babylonians sacked Jerusalem in 586 BC. But here they believe it was brought to Ethiopia by Menelik, son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. All over Ethiopia, hundreds of churches claim to possess it. It might be here, it might be elsewhere, but where? Well, that's the point of my journey. Tomorrow, I set out through the 12 days of Christmas on a pilgrimage. I travel to some of the most remote hiding places in Ethiopia on my quest for the secrets of the lost Ark. Dawn on the first day of Christmas, and our pilgrimage is underway as we set out from Lalibela to the ancient Ethiopian city of Gondar. 200 miles or 320 kilometers is not a huge distance, but it's a long way to walk. Stage 1 takes us to Bethlehem, but not the biblical Bethlehem. There's a Bethlehem in Ethiopia too, and here I'll find a church that claims a unique connection with the Ark of the Covenant. Ishitu and Ababa have brought their son Zed and their little daughter Jordanis. And it isn't long before we're in the heart of the Ethiopian highlands. This is another reason why Ethiopia has been isolated for so long, these amazing mountains. They're a natural barrier to invaders and explorers. And that includes people like me, investigating the legend of the lost Ark.
You know, if you were going to hide an object that was at the core of 3 of the world's great religions, this wouldn't be a bad place to do it.
The Pilgrim's Trail takes us through some of the best farmland in the country. Only about 12% of Ethiopia is suitable for farming, which means that a population of 50 million Ethiopians depend on a few farmers like these to survive. No wonder it's so often a land of famine, and there's a drought on right now. These farming methods have hardly changed since biblical times. They still thresh grain here much in the same way as they did 2,000 years ago. No tractors or mechanized farm machinery here. By now we've done about 12 miles or 20 kilometers. And the journey's beginning to take its toll on the youngest member of the group.
Would you like me to take Jordan?
Sure.
Oh, you're getting very heavy.
So why do it all on foot? Well, to achieve real redemption, a pilgrim must make a genuine effort. The more we walk, the closer we get to God.